Hey, welcome to the Steve Davis Show. Special guest today is Manny Otero, the head girls basketball coach at West Mesa. And Manny, thanks for coming on.
Thank you. Appreciate you having me here.
Hey, you know what a year? I mean, 2 years. I mean, as we think about it, back-to-back Metro champions. And get to wear the blue shirts, and I guess that's a great feeling to have every year.
Yeah, we're excited. Our girls are playing well now. They're starting to have good cohesiveness. The girls trust each other, and most of all, I think we're having fun right now.
You know, from last year, it was kind of, you surprised everybody. I mean, you surprised me. I remember at Del Norte, at Del Norte's gym, and we were in, and actually my mom came, and we were playing El Dorado, and it was one of those games that they got up to a little bit of a lead. I have a good memory about this a little bit.
Yes,
And you guys started just getting back, and you could just see the confidence start building in your players, and then the next thing you know, you win the game.
Yeah, our girls were confident last year, and they believed in themselves, even though no one expected us to do much last year. But I knew that we had some special girls that played really well and played good together, and I didn't know we'd be that good, but I'm just happy that they're all having fun and sticking together now. They believe in the system and believe what we're doing, and nobody's selfish. No one cares who gets the praise or the glory. We're just all in it just to stay as a team, and that's one of our focal points.
Well, this year, a little bit different. I mean, it was like Cibola, West Mesa, who's the best. I think, you know, the first game of the year was like, all right, is West Mesa for real, and is Cibola, and actually is Brown for real? I mean, if you really think about it, did she get over her knee injury? I mean, get over everything, and so that was kind of the first, I guess, one of two battles, and maybe there'll be probably a third battle down the road.
It's very possible we might play them again. The first time we played them, they put a whooping on us. They beat us by 20 points or so, and Maya was on fire, and their team played great. They had a good defensive plan, and our girls were a little shell-shocked, and they didn't play with the confidence that they're usually playing with, and I was kind of upset about that. But I got to give credit to Cibola. They had a good game plan in place, and Maya hurt us.
So, you know, going back to that game, and I didn't get to see it, so I can't. I'm just trying to think through the game, but I'm just trying to be acting as a coach, and you know, one thing is that you can't, you know, sometimes put things in practice because of the other team's speed or the quickness and things like that. Is that something? And they're trapping, and maybe you weren't ready at that time to play that game, and the pressure that they put.
Well, I think it's hard, like you said, it's hard to prepare for someone like a Maya Brown who's playing at Florida State. You can't simulate her speed.
But her game has changed, because when I watched it, I watched like 4 games of hers, and she can shoot it from the outside. Before, she only depended on her taking it to the basket.
Yeah, she's developed an outside shot and a mid-range shot, which makes her really hard to stop, and it's hard to simulate that in practice. But we play that type of game every day in practice. We press and we play full court up and down. So we're ready for that game, but we got to be able to adjust, because some teams want to slow it down, some teams want to speed it up, and we have to be able to adjust to certain styles and tempos of the game.
Were you disappointed and maybe the way, because you say you're a close-knit group, which you are, and people that did, but no leadership came out? I mean, it's like somebody didn't take control and say, all right, guys, because every team's got runs. I mean, no matter what level it is, they have runs, and they just kept running. So.
Yeah, and another thing too is that we had Esperanza Vados back, but she was on spot minutes at the time. Was playing 2 or 3 minutes a quarter. And she's one of the better players in the state. And without her being at 100% kind of hurt us as well. And then also that our players weren't playing, like I said, with confidence and with that expecting to win. They were kind of just going out there and kind of just playing and seeing how we felt and can we play with them, but they weren't sure. And I think when we got a couple good wins along the way before the Metro tournament, I think the girls started believing in themselves. And for us to win, we're small, we're short, but they have to play with that feisty intensity and play smart.
You know, you have one other loss, and that's to Los Lunas, and that Los Lunas. I've done one. I've seen them play 6 games now, and one in the Los Lunas tournament, and watched them play and saw them get beat last week in the Hope tournament, and that's a talented team, and back to they have some little bit of size, and then they like to run, and they have depth in their bench.
Yeah, they're a solid team. Coach Zeller does a good job with the kids.
Marty Zeller does an unbelievable job, and same with Coach Mabry. But I'm just saying, your two losses are two well-respected coaches, and two coaches that have won the state tournament.
Yeah, and we have ill-feeling stories at last this game because we thought we could play a lot better in the second half. We were tied at halftime, and there was, of course, you heard of some discrepancy with the basketball, the size of the basketball that was played with.
Now, how did that happen? I still haven't figured that one out. I've seen it only one other time. This goes back into the state. There was some tournament. The NMMA was having something at the pit, and we were doing the game, and I saw that they played the whole first half, and then I saw the ref run up the ramp, and then he got the ball. So.
I heard it was in the third place game against, I think it was Hope and somebody else in the Metro tournament. I think that's what I recall. It was something like that. But as far as our game, it's hard to pinpoint what happened. As far as I know, there was 2 basketballs on the table, 1 guys, 1 girls. And for some reason, I got mistaken there. The ref said it was there the whole game, but I tend to differ because our girls shot so well the first half. We were 9 for 13 the first half. In the second half, we shot 1 for 12. And Esperanza Vados had asked me, she goes, Coach, it's a guy's ball. And I go, no, just keep playing. You're fine. And we ended up looking at it, and it was a guy's ball. And it puts us at a disadvantage. It puts them at a disadvantage as well, too. But I think the biggest thing is we didn't know it was a guy's ball. So if it was a guy's ball, maybe we would have went to the hole a little more. We would have changed our philosophy. But we were still shooting threes and coming up a foot or two short. And not that our girls don't airball, but they were airballing quite more often than normal.
Right. But that was an interesting. But again, Los Lunas, they were playing with the same ball, so but it would be a little bit different if you don't know if it had a smaller ball.
Yeah.
Right? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I just didn't know. I mean, they using a smaller ball or using the correct ball for us was huge because, as you know, we're an outside shooting team, and if you're an outside shooting team and you switch the ball side, it's going to be a lot different than shooting with a guy's ball. I know it's to their advantage too, but they didn't shoot quite as many threes. They only shot like 3 threes the second half, I believe, and we shot 12. So it's 9 possessions there that got taken away from us that we could have, if we'd have known, it would have been a lot different, I think.
Well, man, we're going to go to the Dream Style Top 10 Plays of the Week, come back and talk more about West Mesa girls basketball.
Floater and 1. Hollis to Duhan, that's a steal. Here comes Esquivel in transition. Duhan is going to commit the foul and 1. Lost the handle. All the way, the sophomore goes up and in. Transition, 2-on-1 to Duhan. He's going to flush it. No. He'll lay it off the window. Chance at a 3-point play. Right elbow. Defender went by. Beautiful blow-by move there.
Let Zuni stay in the game.
Look.
To the ball to help out McMorgan.
No, foul will be called.
Boys,
Going to the line again with broken glasses is Morgan. Throws coming up. And
boy, take those things off, and I'm going to be hit all nets. And, he's going to sit down with this.
he might sit down while wearing her glasses. Bounce pass underneath, shot goes up, won't go, the follow, yes! Wow.
Side kick, beautiful bounce with the hammer home. Spencer. But Tony first to ground. He wanted it more. Look out. Here comes Duhan with a two-handed flush. Grown man's move in transition, Steve.
Car Crafters, proud supporter of Proview Sports Network.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
I tell you what, the season goes by quickly. You know, I mean, 2 weeks ago you're in the Metro Championship, and since then you played 3 games.
Yeah, it's been a tough spot. We played 4 games that week.
So you played 7 games.
3 games the next week, 7 games within 11 days or so, and yeah, it's been a blur.
Well, I'll tell you, let's go back 2 weeks ago. Let's go back to the Metro Championships, and we got some highlights against Rio Rancho.
Yes.
You guys came out firing.
Yeah, we got off to a great start here. We were up 13-0 to start the game in the first half, and then Rio Rancho did a great job of finding their way back into the game. We were a little lackadaisical with the ball and had some uncharacteristic turnovers, but that was due to Rio Rancho's pressure and their will to catch up and fight.
Well, I tell you, you know, Coach Peterson, he does a great job. He's a program that's up on the upcoming. I think this is his 2nd year coaching, and good things are happening at Rio Rancho.
Yeah, he's a great coach. Actually, I think it's his 3rd year.
That's a 3rd year.
Yeah, it's 3 years now, and does a good job over there. And that district's going to be one tough district with Pedro Vista, who's 16-1 right now, or 17-1. Cibola, Volcano, and Rio Rancho, of course. And you can't forget about Cleveland. Cleveland's doing real well too. They're above 500, 9-7 right now.
You know, we'll talk more about all the other deals, but you know, so you win that. That's the semifinal game, and you had 2 games previous before that. So this is a good tournament to test to see what kind of conditioning you are to play for the state tournament too.
Yeah, it definitely is. It's check your condition to see where you're at, where you rank about among the teams.
Because did you have any games before? I mean, let's just go back the week before. Did you have a layoff?
Oh, we had a huge layoff. We played Carlsbad. We had a huge win, 2-point victory over Carlsbad on December 16th. That was our last home game. We haven't had a home game since then. We haven't been at home. And then we had 4 games in Metro and 3 games last week. And we jump into district tonight against Highland. So it's we've been on the road the whole time.
Well, so that's this record's even better. More like I think you even alluded that you got one of the toughest schedules right now in the state.
Yeah, we played a rough schedule. Yeah, with Hope, Volcano Vista, Santa Fe in there now is 9-7. Everybody that we played has been having a winning record. We also played Cibola twice, Rio Rancho twice, Highland once. It just doesn't get any easier. And now with district, I think we're prepared. We're battle tested at the beginning of the season, the second half of our year. So we're hoping to continue some of that success. Well,
let's see some highlights of that win over Cibola, and also some speeches. This is one where you just spread the ball out and attack the basket. I mean, it was. And then you hit all your crucial shots at the right time.
Yeah, I think what we did a little better this game is that we were a little more patient on our shot selection, and we have good shooters, but I think so often we get rushed into quick shots.
So there's some of those threes you were talking about. Yeah. We're seeing it's great when you say that, but that's a deep 3.
Yeah, that's Maya Rivas right there with a great shot. There's Esperanza Vados with a nice pull-up jumper. We had a well-balanced scoring. Emily Burke played some awesome defense. Everybody did their job. Jaden Castellano, there's Jazzy in the corner. Jaden Castellano right here in the finish. She did real well. She's getting better. And Jen Martinez, all those girls did an awesome job. Jazzy Cordova.
So what did that feel like right there, that moment there? I know you were talking with Sebastian about your victory at this time. So.
It's awesome. The girls take pride in that trophy, and just to know that you're one of the best teams in the city is great. But that's one goal that we accomplished. But the next goal is to accomplish district and proceed farther in the state than we did last year.
It's just part of teamwork.
She's like been your nucleus for the last 3 years. Right?
Yeah, she has. She's a great kid. She's a 4.3 student. Actually, this morning, off the phone with the Army coaches. The Army coaches are coming out to see her. They're heavily recruiting her. She fits the characteristics of their students there at Army. But I'm not sure where she'll end up. But wherever she goes, she'll be a great asset to any school.
I'll tell you, because she's, you know, her mind. She's like a, if I can say this correctly, she's like a coach on the court. I mean, it's like she's an extension of you. I mean, she kind of knows exactly what you intend to happen.
Yeah, she's one of the coaches on the court. I think surprisingly is like, what's surprising is that we have, not surprising, but to their acknowledgement, is we have 9 4.0s or above, and our lowest grade point average in the team is a 3.4 right now. So our girls are very smart, they're very focused, and they're dedicated to the task at hand, and that's winning games, and they don't care who gets the success. That's what makes it special.
So you have back-to-back, which is great. I mean, I think that's, you know, now it's, those accolades are over. It was great. And now it's time to district play. Yeah,
we're eyes are on Highland right now. Tonight, the first game, we take it game by game.
Very scary team. I mean, you know, the Crawford, the two sisters, and he's getting his program in like I said, they're a tough team.
Yeah, they're a real tough team. They have some great players on their team, and they have good height, and they're pretty good athletes too, to go with that height. So when you put those combinations together, they're always going to be a matchup problem for any team they play.
Well, the thing about Highland, which is I think is scary from a coach standpoint, is I don't think that they have lived up to the expectations that was put on them at the beginning of the year. I mean, is that a fair enough statement?
Well, I think they're actually living up to it, because the only games that they lost 2 to Las Cruces, and they lost 1 to us. So they're 10-3 right now. Besides that, they have good wins over La Cueva, who's really good, underrated right now, my pine. Rio Rancho.
Well, that's how much I know. Man, thanks for setting me. I was just see when I lost those games, and then I was this, and I talked around the circle, but all of a sudden
they beat Cleveland. They beat some tough teams, and I think in my fact they're a little bit underrated because they're under the radar right now, and that's a place you want to be, under the radar. You don't want to have too much focus and pressure on you to win, but I think they're playing with the house money basically right now, and with nothing to lose attitudes, and they're playing great.
Well, that's you know, it's going to be on Proview, NFHS, going to be streamed and be replayed on Comcast 26. I don't know those dates, but I saw that on the schedule, and I thought, man, this is a game that can't be any better than this.
And we appreciate you guys too. We talked about it early off camera, is that Proview Networks and UC Davis and Sebastian Noel and Adam Dale, you guys do a great job of marketing our kids and showcasing them on TV and online, and give us access to see all the games. This was never done 20 years ago, and I'm glad that you guys are doing it today. And as a coach, as a player, as fans, we all appreciate that.
Well, I'll tell you, we try to get more girls games in, and that's probably one. It's been one of our knocks, I guess, and I take that as a compliment, because that just shows you that there's people watching what we're doing, my comeback is you know, really I don't know that there's any other station that covers girls basketball or girls volleyball or anybody better than what Proview. We've done about 60-something games for women this year. So people don't, you know, if it's not your team, then we try to do the better teams. You know, I'll be very straightforward with that. Whereas and the best matchups, but we just need more. You know, to get that done, and we need more equipment, and we need more economic help. So.
Yeah, but we appreciate everything you guys do. Again, you guys do an awesome job, very professional, and we look forward to seeing more games.
Well, I'll tell you. Well, you get one. You're going to get one for Tuesday night. I think we're going to do the show hopefully tonight. Well, hopefully we'll get it in tonight before the game. But I know we aired Wednesday nights. But it's going to be. This matchup is really very, very intriguing. And let me tell you, the only reason I'm not going to be there, okay, so just because I'm a loyal, my Clovis Wildcats are coming to town, and they need my support, a lot of support against the El Dorado Eagles. Okay. So I just want to, I was torn between it, and I was like, if I don't go, then my alma mater is going to be
upset with you.
Upset with you, but. So now we're going to come back. We're going to talk about basketball across the state, about the rankings and who we can look forward to seeing over the next month and a half.
Sounds good.
The New Mexico High School Coaches Association, established in 1941, is an organization of New Mexico's best and most professional interscholastic coaches. Coaches across work daily to help our student athletes excel in the classroom, on the field of play, and in our communities. Students that participate in interscholastic activities attain higher grades, higher graduation rates, and higher wages. Responsible for the North-South All-Star Games, statewide Coaches Award Program, and providing multiple professional development opportunities for New Mexico's coaches. Be a great coach by coaching beyond the game.
Carmody Medical provides solutions for your everyday needs. Hot and cold compression wraps provide therapeutic compression for the shoulder, hip, and knee. The therapy wraps are constructed of an insulated outer fabric and a ventilated cotton pocket to protect the body. Elastic belts allow mobility and deliver a gentle, adjustable compression. The reusable therapy packs can be removed from the pouch and placed into the freezer. Contact Jim for more information.
Well, thanks for helping me out with Highland and setting me straight on that. But I knew that I just know that they have a lot of talent and a lot of talent for the next 2 or 3 years. So that's an upcoming program to watch out. And their losses, I apologize. But you beat them in the Metro tournament, and I was looking at that because they were a lower seed. Maybe I was just looking at from the over. For whatever reason, it hasn't dawned on me that they weren't. They're 10-3, and so where does that put you in your mindset with your team? Because it's hard. You beat a team 2 weeks ago, which is great. There's a little bit more pressure on winning this game, I guess.
Yeah, there is, and I think Lonnie does a great job with the girls there, and he prepares them real well, and they'll make some changes. We'll make some changes, and ultimately it's up to the girls to perform and execute what they're supposed to be doing. And I feel confident in our team, and I'm really excited about the opportunity, and I'm sure Lonnie is too, and it makes up for a great game.
And he's done such a great job of getting this program starting and building it, and that's why Proview is going to be there. It's going to be a good game to do. And let's talk about the state. I mean, or just we know Siebel is a top team, but there's some Las Cruces gets beat by Hobbs. Is that correct?
Yeah. So it's been crazy.
And we saw Hobbs play. I saw. Actually got to. It was a great story. I got to watch. Hobbs and Siebel play while I was at Valley doing the game. We had it on had the game on the laptop, and we were in. Actually, I had 2 things. I went to Sadie's, and they had it up, and I was watching the game at Sadie's while we ate before we got prepared for the Valley game, and then I got to the game, and I tell you, it was all Hobbs, I think, in the first half. And I said, oh, this game, and then second half is all Siebel, and Siebel wins that game. So.
Yeah, that was a tough game. I went to that game personally, and those teams both fought. It was a tale of two halves, like you said, and it was well fought out. And it's hard to say who's the best team in the state is. I know there's probably a question coming up soon, but I don't really know because Las Cruces was previously undefeated. They lost to Carlsbad by 2. We beat Carlsbad, and then Carlsbad is now 4-0 in district down there. Hobbs Hobbs and Cruces haven't played yet, so it's a lot of unknowns. Or what's
So
Cruces actually beat Hobbs. I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's right. So,
Cruces
yeah,
beat Hobbs.
right.
But so it's everybody's beating each other once or twice here and there, and it's hard to say who the #1 team is. But in my opinion, there's up to around 8 teams that have a great shot at winning the state tournament, and that's what makes it fun, is that you don't know who the favorite is, or it could be a dark horse, similar to last year with Sandia, and they were they were underlooked, and they overachieved toward the end, and they earned that trophy.
Well, we know there's a lot of basketball to play, and these teams, as we're seeing, and I go from the boys, and you're saying the girls, there's like in both boys and girls, there's like top 8 teams that if they get on a roll, it's not an upset if a number 9 or 10 team wins the state championship in the division. No,
not at all. And like I said, the teams from down south are really tough, and then our teams up in the city are tough. So it's hard to say who the best is.
Well, we have to bring up Coach Maya, because he's one of those teams that's a dark horse. I kind of watch what you can never count him out.
Yeah, he's now sitting at 12-5. They're 2-1 in district, and he's doing well. He does a great job, and he's a real nice guy. We all go down there to Cruces in the summers and play in his tournaments, and he's just a great guy, a great coach.
And your district, I mean, let's talk about a little bit about your district too.
We're excited about district play. It's of course, this is our last season in this district before we switch districts, but we're looking forward to playing those rivalry games, which is Highland, Valley, Albuquerque High, the Trisco, so.
Those are pretty, you know what?
I'm going to miss those games.
You know what? I'm really sad, because really that's as good as rivalries of every team. Does that make sense? Am I saying that right? There's a little bit of history of, between all of them, and it's like, so every night's kind of a rivalry game. So you got to be, there's an up tempo of every game.
You got to be up for every game, and if you don't bring your A game, anything can happen, and that's what makes this district so fun and interesting. Like I said, there's such a rich rivalry between all the teams, not just with West Mesa, but with Albuquerque Valley, and you have a Trisco against Rio Grande. Everybody's a rival in the district, and it's unfortunate that we had to break up, but I think it'll be exciting and new to see our new districts next year.
Team I was impressed with over just the last 3 weeks. Talk about teams getting hot, and it was El Dorado. I mean, I watched them, struggle in the Los Lunas tournament. I mean, Linus Alma was a 2-point game, and I saw, I just saw these teams. Coach Harvin, and then all of a sudden he's in the Final Four of the Metro, and I was like, wow, what a great job he's done. So.
Yeah, he's done a great job over there. He has some good talent over there. And actually, they're playing without their best player lately. It's contested Duran. I believe she has an arm or a wrist injury. I'm not sure the status of it, but she's been sitting out for a while, and they're going to be even better when she comes back. She's the most athletic player they have, in my opinion, probably their best player in their team.
And you made a comment earlier too. Prey and La Cueva. I mean, it's like they're like a team that's under the radar. You know what I mean? Because like you expect La Cueva. I mean, I'm just saying, you expect La Cueva, El Dorado always be up there in the top.
And I think La Cueva's record is 7-7 right now, but that's a deceptively record. I think they can easily be.
They went on the roll.
10-3, 10-4.
Right.
And they took us down to the wire. They were ahead of the last minute of the game, up by 3 points, and we were fortunate to pull it out. We had a couple threes at the end, and we ended up winning by 3. But we were fortunate that game. And Coach Perea does a great job at La Cueva and getting the girls ready. He has some excellent athletes over there. They're more athletic than they look, and they play great defense. And he's doing a great job coaching those girls over there.
Well, Manny, I mean, I want to thank you for coming. I know it's a big game tonight, and thanks for getting over here and being on my show. But I just want to good luck for the rest of the year, and I know that you're still the underdog team. Everybody's you're a favorite to win the state tournament this year. So I mean,
I don't know about a favorite, but we're always an underdog with our size and our.
No, I'm talking about just from a fan, from the city and everything else. Everybody's rooting for you to move forward, and that's got to be a great compliment.
Yes, thank you very much, and we get great support from the community, and especially the Westside community, because we the past we didn't have that much success, and we're going to enjoy this ride and do the best we can.
All right, thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.